My beloved child, listen carefully, because this moment was not an accident. You did not click on this message by chance. Something guided you here. And before you scroll away, before your mind tells you this is just another video, I must ask you one thing: don't skip. Stay here for a moment longer. Because what you are about to hear was hidden for a long time. Something that happened quietly, something that even you may not have fully understood, until now. A doctor. Someone trusted, someone who sees what most people cannot, recently spoke words that shook everyone who heard them. Words about something done to your body without your awareness. Not in anger. Not in punishment. But through circumstances you were never meant to fully see. And now the truth is beginning to rise to the surface. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and every second you remain here will bring you closer to understanding why your life has felt different. Why certain moments felt confusing, and why deep inside, your soul has been whispering that something important has been hidden from you. Listen closely now, because the confession did not come easily. The doctor hesitated before speaking, as if revealing this truth would change everything. They explained that sometimes the human body carries silent stories, stories written in moments when we were not fully aware of what was happening around us. Procedures, decisions, choices made by others who believed they were helping, protecting, or guiding the path ahead. Yet the body remembers things the mind forgets. And that is why you have sometimes felt a strange pull inside, an unexplainable awareness, a feeling that your life was shaped by something you never clearly saw. This is not meant to frighten you. It is meant to awaken you. Because the truth, once revealed, becomes a light. And that light is beginning to shine right now. Don't skip, because the next part of this message may explain feelings you have carried for years without knowing why. Something extraordinary happened when that doctor finally finished speaking. The room went quiet. No one expected the final words they shared. They said that in many cases, the body becomes a place where hidden decisions leave subtle marks. Changes so small that they blend into everyday life. Yet those changes can shape the direction of a person's path, their energy, even the way they sense the world around them. Think about the moments when you suddenly felt stronger than expected, or strangely aware of things before they happened, or deeply emotional without knowing why. These were not random experiences. They were signals. Quiet messages from within you. And now you are being asked to notice them. Stay till the end, because the story does not stop here. Something far greater is unfolding, and the reason you are hearing this today is connected to a moment that was prepared long before you pressed play. Now pause for a second and ask yourself something honestly. Have you ever felt like your life changed direction at a moment you could never fully explain? Maybe it was after a visit, after a conversation, or after a day that seemed ordinary at the time. Yet later, everything felt different. That is exactly what the doctor described. They said that sometimes a small action, something routine, something barely noticed, can quietly influence the course of a person's future. But here is the part that surprised everyone listening. The doctor believed that what happened to you was not simply a mistake or coincidence. They believed it was part of a larger design, one that even they did not fully understand until recently. And when they realized it, they felt compelled to speak. because some truths are meant to remain hidden. But others must eventually be revealed. Don't skip, because the next part may be the piece that finally connects everything. And this is where the message becomes deeply personal. The doctor said that the body often reacts long before the mind understands what is happening. Small signals, sudden emotions, moments of clarity that arrive out of nowhere. These are not accidents. They are reminders that something inside you is waking up. Something that has been quietly developing over time. Imagine a seed planted long ago, invisible beneath the surface. For years it appears as if nothing is happening. Yet beneath the soil, life is growing. Strength is forming. Roots are spreading. Then one day, without warning, the first sign appears above the surface. That is the stage you may be entering now. The stage where hidden things begin to show themselves. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and this message is only the beginning of what you are meant to understand. Another detail from the doctor's confession left everyone stunned. They explained that sometimes the body carries a kind of memory, one that doesn't appear in medical records or written reports. It appears in intuition. In the way a person suddenly feels guided towards certain choices. In the way they sense when something important is about to happen. Have you noticed that lately? Moments where your instincts felt stronger than usual? Moments where you paused and felt an inner voice telling you to pay attention? That voice is not random. It is the result of experiences your body remembers even if your mind does not. And that is why this message found you now. Not yesterday. Not months from now. Right now. Because the timing matters more than you realize. Don't skip, because the next truth may reveal why your journey is unfolding exactly the way it is. Here is something the doctor emphasized with great seriousness. The human body is far more powerful than people believe. It adapts, protects, and evolves in ways science is still discovering. When something unexpected happens to the body, something subtle but significant, it can awaken abilities people never knew they had. A deeper awareness. A stronger emotional connection to others. A sense that life is guiding them toward a purpose they cannot ignore. The doctor said they have seen this before, but rarely in such a clear way. And that is why they felt the need to speak openly about what they discovered. Because when the truth remains hidden, people often misunderstand their own strength. They question themselves. They doubt their instincts. Yet once the truth begins to surface, everything starts to make sense. Stay till the end, because the final piece of this message may help you see your life from a completely new perspective. And now we arrive at the most important part of what the doctor revealed. They said the moment someone becomes aware of what has shaped them, that is the moment their future begins to change. Awareness is powerful. It allows a person to move forward with clarity instead of confusion. And that is exactly why this message is reaching you now. Something within you is ready to understand more than it did before. Ready to see your life not as a series of random events, but as a path where even hidden moments played a role in shaping who you are today. So before you leave, remember this: don't skip the next message when it appears. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and the truth you are beginning to hear today is only the first step toward discovering what was meant for you all along. A quiet realization is beginning to rise now, my beloved child, and if you are still here listening, it means something inside you already feels that this message is important. Many people would have left by now. Many would have scrolled away the moment things became mysterious. But you stayed. And that matters more than you realize. Because the truth we are approaching cannot be understood in fragments. It must be seen completely. So before we continue, remember this again, don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The doctor who spoke about your body did not simply reveal a medical detail. They revealed a pattern, one that appears only in rare moments when someone's life is quietly guided by events they were never meant to notice immediately. And when the doctor looked back at the records, at the timing, and at the changes that followed afterward, they realized something extraordinary: the moment that shaped you was not ordinary at all. It was a moment that quietly shifted the direction of your life. But here is where the story becomes even more surprising. The doctor said that after the event occurred, there were signs, small signals that showed your body responding in ways most people would never notice. Subtle changes in energy. A deeper sensitivity to your surroundings. A quiet awareness that seemed to grow stronger over time. At first these signs were dismissed as coincidence. After all, life is full of random moments, and people rarely stop to question them. But the doctor could not ignore the pattern. Again and again, they saw evidence that something inside you had adapted, almost as if your body had accepted the experience and transformed it into a source of strength. That is why they eventually spoke up. Because keeping silent about something this meaningful would have been impossible. Don't skip, because the next part of this message may reveal why your journey feels different from the path many others follow. Think back for a moment to the times when you felt guided by a feeling you could not explain. Maybe you avoided a situation that later turned out to be the right choice. Maybe you sensed someone's emotions before they even spoke. Or maybe there were moments when a sudden clarity appeared in your mind, helping you understand something important at exactly the right time. These experiences are not as rare as people think, but in your case, they appear stronger. More consistent. The doctor said this kind of awareness sometimes appears after the body passes through an unusual moment of change. A moment where something shifts quietly beneath the surface. And once that shift happens, a person begins to move through life with a slightly different perception of the world. It does not make them strange. It does not make them separate from others. Instead, it means they have been given a deeper connection to the signals life sends every day. Stay till the end. Because something huge is waiting for you, and the reason behind this awareness is only beginning to unfold. Now listen carefully, because the doctor shared another detail that few people expected. They said that when something happens to the body without a person fully realizing it at the time, the mind often takes years to catch up. The body adjusts immediately. It finds balance. It protects itself. But the understanding of what happened, that arrives later. Sometimes much later. And when that understanding finally appears, it feels like pieces of a puzzle suddenly falling into place. Moments from the past begin to make sense. Emotions that once felt confusing begin to reveal their purpose. Even the challenges you faced may start to look different when viewed from this new perspective. That is why this message matters right now. Because awareness is beginning to reach the surface. And once it does, life often begins to open new doors. Don't skip, because the next revelation may help you recognize something you have overlooked for a long time. The doctor described your experience using an unusual comparison. They said the human body is like a library filled with hidden knowledge. Every experience, every moment, every change leaves behind a record. Most of the time those records remain silent, stored deep within us. But occasionally something happens that brings one of those records into the light. When that happens, a person suddenly realizes they have been carrying a powerful story inside them all along. And that is what may be happening to you now. The story written inside your body is beginning to speak. Not loudly. Not dramatically. But clearly enough that you are starting to notice it. That inner awareness you feel right now, the curiosity that made you continue listening, that is the first sign that the story is ready to be understood. Stay till the end, because the next step in this message will reveal why this truth could change the way you see yourself forever. But before we go further, pause for a moment and take a breath. Because what you are hearing is not meant to overwhelm you. It is meant to empower you. The doctor made this very clear. They said that when someone finally learns about a hidden moment that shaped their body, the most important thing is not the event itself. It is what the person chooses to do with that knowledge. Some people ignore it and move on as if nothing changed. Others become curious. They begin paying closer attention to their instincts, their thoughts, and the quiet guidance that appears in unexpected ways. And those who choose curiosity often discover something remarkable. They begin noticing opportunities that were always around them but previously unseen. Paths that suddenly make sense. Connections that feel meaningful rather than random. Don't skip, because the next piece of this story may reveal why this awakening is happening in your life right now. And here is the moment where your voice matters too. If you have made it this far, it means you are one of the few who truly wants to understand what lies beneath the surface of life's mysteries. So take a second and let others know they should not miss this message. Share this video with someone who needs clarity today. And if these words are speaking to you in a way that feels meaningful, leave a comment describing what moment in your life first made you realize something deeper might be guiding you. When people share their experiences, they help others notice patterns in their own lives as well. And if you want to keep discovering messages like this one, messages that help reveal hidden truths about life and purpose, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next part. Because what comes next may be the most surprising revelation of all. Now stay focused, my beloved child, because the doctor's confession did not end with the discovery itself. In fact, the final part of what they said changed the entire meaning of the story. When they finished explaining what had happened, they paused for a long moment and said something unexpected. Sometimes an event that seems hidden or confusing at first becomes the exact reason a person discovers their true direction later in life. In other words, the very thing you never knew about, the moment that quietly shaped your body, might also be the moment that prepared you for something greater ahead. That is why you must remember this one final time before the next message arrives: don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. And the next revelation may finally explain why this truth was meant to reach you today. My beloved child, a deeper layer of this story is about to unfold now, and if you are still here, it means your heart already understands that this message is not ordinary. Something inside you kept you listening. Something inside you refused to move on. And that is exactly why what comes next matters so much. Because the doctor's confession did not simply reveal that something happened to your body. It revealed that after that moment, a quiet transformation began. Slowly. Silently. Almost invisibly. The doctor explained that sometimes when the body passes through an unexpected experience, it begins to adapt in ways that no one immediately notices. Small adjustments. New sensitivities. A different rhythm within the mind and spirit. At first these changes seem ordinary, like small variations in everyday life. But over time, they begin to form a pattern. And that pattern tells a story about who you are becoming. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There was a particular detail the doctor kept returning to again and again. They said that after the event occurred, there were signs that your awareness had become sharper. Not in a dramatic way that others could easily see, but in a quiet, personal way that only you could truly feel. Moments where you sensed things before they were fully clear. Moments where your intuition guided you away from problems or toward opportunities. These moments may have seemed random at the time. But when the doctor looked at the timeline of your life, they noticed something fascinating. Those moments started appearing after that hidden event. Almost as if your body had awakened a deeper connection to the signals around you. And the doctor admitted that even they were surprised by how consistent the pattern looked. That realization is what convinced them the truth needed to be spoken. Because sometimes a hidden change inside the body becomes the beginning of a powerful journey. Stay till the end, because the next revelation may explain why your instincts have been guiding you more strongly than before. Now imagine this for a moment. A door exists in a quiet hallway, and for years you walk past it without noticing anything special. It looks like every other door. Nothing unusual. Nothing that demands attention. But one day, without warning, the door opens slightly. Just enough for a thin beam of light to pass through. Suddenly you realize that behind that door is something important you had never seen before. That is the best way to understand what is happening in your life right now. The doctor believes that the moment that shaped your body was like that door. For years it remained closed, quietly influencing your path without your awareness. But now the door is beginning to open. And the light coming through it is helping you understand yourself in a new way. Don't skip, because the next part of this message may reveal why this door is opening at exactly this moment in your life. The doctor also explains something that many people never consider. When the body experiences change, it does not only affect physical systems. It can influence emotions, thoughts, and the way a person connects with the world. That might explain why you sometimes feel emotions deeply when others do not notice anything unusual. Why certain moments feel more meaningful to you than they appear to others. These experiences are not weaknesses. They are signals that your awareness is operating on a slightly different level. The doctor described it as a kind of sensitivity that develops when the body learns to respond to subtle signals around it. And the more time passes, the clearer those signals become. That is why this message is reaching you now. Because awareness grows step by step, moment by moment. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and the next piece of this story may help you understand why your perspective has always felt unique. Another surprising part of the doctor's confession involved timing. They said that in cases like yours, the truth rarely appears immediately. Instead, life slowly prepares the person to understand it. Experiences accumulate. Questions appear. Curiosity grows. Then one day the pieces begin connecting. When the doctor realized this pattern in your story, they said something remarkable. The moment someone becomes ready to hear the truth is often the exact moment the truth finally appears. In other words, the reason you are hearing this message today may be because you have reached a point in your journey where understanding it will actually help you move forward. Not confuse you. Not overwhelm you. But guide you. That is why the doctor felt confident speaking now. Because the timing suggests that you are ready to see the bigger picture. Don't skip, because the next revelation may help you recognize something about yourself that has always been there. There is also something else the doctor noticed, something that left a lasting impression on everyone listening. They said that people who go through hidden moments of transformation often become more aware of the needs of others. They sense when someone is struggling. They recognize emotions that others miss. They feel a quiet desire to bring understanding, comfort, or wisdom into the lives of those around them. The doctor believes this is not coincidence. It is part of the way the body and mind evolve after an unexpected change. Instead of closing off from the world, they become more open to it. More aware of its signals. More connected to its deeper meaning. If you have ever felt that quiet pull to help others, to understand people more deeply, or to look beyond the surface of everyday life, that may be another sign that your journey has been unfolding in a unique way all along. Stay till the end, because the final revelation ahead will explain why this path may lead you towards something greater than you imagined. Now consider something important before we move forward. For years you may have believed that your life was shaped only by the choices you consciously made. But the doctor's words suggest that something else was also guiding your direction, a hidden moment that quietly influenced how your body responded to the world. And once you become aware of that influence, you gain a powerful advantage. Awareness gives you clarity. It allows you to trust your instincts rather than question them. It allows you to see opportunities instead of confusion. And most importantly, it allows you to recognize that your journey has meaning, even in the moments that once seemed uncertain. That realization alone can change everything. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because in the next message, the doctor's final realization will be revealed. The part of the confession that surprised even them. The moment they understood that what happened to your body was not just a hidden event from the past, it may actually be connected to something waiting for you in the future. And once you hear that final truth, the entire story may look completely different than it did before. So remain here, remain curious, and prepare yourself, because the next revelation may be the one that changes how you see your entire journey.